Hey, greetings. All right, welcome. This is Sunday night. All right, webinar. So this is the Wednesday webinar on Sunday. So, all right, blessings, the messages, and go into the Q&A. All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. We are the Seraphim angels. Yes, sending you energies. We are as a part of your energy field of protection. We are the beings of spirit. When we connect to the realms of the spirit world for you to have the communication, the connections that you have. Of course, some or many have a disconnect with the spirit realm, but that is part of their mission. It's part of your what you signed up for. But you can. The idea is to make the connection again, see what you do here in the physical, what you accomplish. So yeah, it's not many worlds where you can just forget what the spirit world is like. Forget the soul, just disconnect from all of that and go about your life the way you feel like you need to. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of soul discovery there. Some souls are here to accomplish a very small mission. So that's why life works for them very easily, but others you have a lot of things to figure out here. Some of you do that all the time. Just put a lot on your plates and you go and discover. And others are wondering what you're getting yourself into. So send you all energies as you go into the next level of consciousness. Blessings. Greetings to you. This is Buddha. Blessings. Yeah, the light body that you are here to accomplish, to connect with, basically the connection to source, to remember your source energy. Many of you are already bringing that vibration here to society. Some do it through conversations, some through prayer. You all have your own method of how you connect to the spirit realms, whatever side of the spirit realm, positive or negative, whatever it is that you connect with. You're bringing, yes, your higher self into the consciousness of others, even to change your higher self energy to many are here to change themselves, to become something new. As many of you know, it's like, wow, I'm a lot different now. Some are there to close out that old version of you, or some of you to bring just a whole nother version of you that you never had before. So it's like it's a reinvention here, as you can see. Or some of you are just here to improve what you already have. So some of you might change, but not entirely, while others have a major transformation. So yes, you can put on all the clothes, all the makeup, whatever it is. The soul is what matters of how it's transformed. Of course, people change their outlook, their clothing, and all that to change with who they are today. Of course, you're all connected to the planets and in some form. And there's nothing like having a world where yes, you're here on this planet and not flying off to others, which is fun. But you can do that with countries. You don't necessarily do it with other, and those are other worlds anyway. It's just not many worlds have it where it's just on a planet. Usually, just go to other planets and experience something totally different. You do it here. So, blessings. Greetings to you. I am Osiris, what that's the Egyptian god. Blessings. Yes, the journey here is through the feline perspective, also the canine, and many other perspectives. You bring with you. Yes, the Orion energy is very strong here. Orion is healing here. Yes, it brought its problems here to clear. And many of you are clearing it with, it's not the easiest, but it can get quite dense in some of these star systems. Pluto has a great deal of that. Of course, not all worlds are making themselves clear of what they brought to your world. Of course, there are millions of different species of alien that seeded your Earth. Yes, it's quite a bit. And you're just getting started. You know a couple, but there's so much more. Now, some have done just little details here and there, but eventually it'll come clear. So we're here to answer your questions whenever you're ready.
Hello, greetings, Osiris.
Blessings, yeah.
Blessings. Thank you for coming in. So it's not just cats and dogs and Venus and Mars. It's a whole lot more.
Yes, it disguises itself for its reasons.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, thank you for that and coming in. Up first this evening, we've got Steve.
Hello, Osiris.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings to you. Much love. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Much love. Since you're here, I would love if you could connect. Maybe if I have connections with you or my Egyptian lifetimes, any energies you can bring through. I know I have a Nubian DNA and just whatever Egyptian energies. Thank you.
Well, there is the feline energies. I believe you're still healing here through your family. So you're like a lion cub in your family line. Some of them have had a long history in the universe. Of course, you have also, but some of them have taken on a great deal of stress. So you're here to clear out their stress. You actually have a lot of insectoid energies with you. So yeah, you've had difficulties, but I feel like your family members they put themselves through all kinds of things. And that's why you're there with them to help them sort it out.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff on their plate. And second question, I'll just leave it open. Just whatever you can connect with of my energies. Thank you.
There's a connection with Moses. You also have biblical connections. I don't believe you've looked into much of that, but your were parts of the Bible, Jerusalem energies you've had within your energy field. They're not going into details, but at least not, yeah. But you definitely have as an Egyptian, you did live in Israel um, as like a merchant. They're not going scrolls, selling different types of scrolls, information of just, histories, things of that kind. You actually have a historian in your past also. So I see you as a teacher actually. So blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you for that. Up next, we've got Annie.
Hi, greetings.
Brings to you.
Are there any messages for me? Just from any energy that you can send?
Oh, you have a lot of connections to Sirius, but you have a lot of bird energies that I don't believe have been fully understood. You do have a blue avian connection, but I believe it goes into carrying cockatoo. I see. Awesome. Definitely have a lot of cockatoo energy. Yeah, those you've had a lot of lifetime of bird planets. There's
Interesting.
been a lot of yeah, they can be kind of aggressive at times. Wonder where humans get it from.
Are there any lessons that I learned as a bird, or
Well, they're
like?
not going to tell you that here. That's something you have to discover.
Yeah.
Well, it has to do with your family line. It does have
Okay.
an ancient Egyptian connection. There are Egyptian worlds in Sirius that you're connected to.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
you also have a connection to Mars. One day
Mhm.
that'll make itself clear. I believe more of the later times in Mars.
Oh, okay.
It might have been earlier, but it feels like there was Maldat connections, but also the Martian.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Thank you. And my second question is, I woke up last night around 3:15 in the morning, but my TV went on, and I wasn't sure why, but it was weird. It was almost like I was up before it happened, and I didn't know what was going on, if I made it happen or
No, whoever was there wanted to let you know someone was there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, the apparition that was there. I believe you're already talking to that already, or ghost energy.
Okay.
That's you. Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, we just did a clearing tonight, so do you sense anything? Maybe he's gone or
Well,
no?
I believe he's gone, but it's good to, yeah, be open to don't be surprised if it revisits. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it seems to be cleared for now. Yes,
Okay.
just feel it
Okay.
out. Well, if the TV comes on, that'll tell you something.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you. Up next, we've got Crystal.
Greetings, Osiris.
Yes, greetings to you.
Any messages for me?
One moment. There's some, I don't know, Arcturian energies. I feel like you're using a lot of your intuition through your legal situation.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you ever manifest a more positive outcome. Something with 8 weeks. Maybe 8 weeks. It doesn't mean this whole thing is going to be over in 8 weeks, but something to do with 8 weeks. I'm not really going into detail of that. But right now, just get in touch with your abilities. I believe you're still kind of hesitant. You are connecting, but you're not always taking your powers seriously. But when you do, many changes will occur in your life. I can see.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you. And my second question is, I'm going on a trip, and I want to.
Yes. Did it just mute?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you muted yourselves.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, I wanted to see what is my connection to Egypt or to you, if you can tell me anything.
Egypt is still, yeah, there's ritual. You did rituals there, but not necessarily from a negative reason. There's still a lot of deep connections there that you're still healing. Yeah, you were one that like did religious ceremonies there.
Oh.
In no time. So eventually that will come more clear.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries around that time period.
Oh.
Marriages that you conducted.
Oh. Irony.
So,
thank you. Blessings.
Hey, thank you. Up next, I've got Hazel's questions. Her first question, she says, Dear Osiris, it likely sounds strange, but I was expecting you. Just before this webinar, I was speaking with your counterpart Isis.
Yeah.
She spoke of a number of things, including the energies of the wind bringing necessary discomfort. Do you have anything you would like to add to her message to me? I asked that because she stressed the importance of working together with our counterparts as equal partners, creating a whole and wholesome energy.
Well, yeah, there's going to be difficulties not necessarily for yourself, but for the world. Yeah, because we feel the world is going to go to a form of an awakening, but it has to go through stressful times to realize it. So the time frame of that is not making itself clear for obvious reasons. It says you're in the world is in the path of an awakening. Of course, this world it's going to be a long path, but you'll feel that the world is on it's on the track for an awakening. But right now, it has not quite entered that just yet. It has to a certain degree, but not the full access to it. So yeah, Isis is helping us through all this, as you can see.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting. Her second question: on this 1212 portal, are you able to connect with my 12-year-old self and relay any messages she might have for me or anything she requires right now? Thank you for being here.
Well, I mean, on a kid's level, something to do with jumping or jump rope or something like that doesn't mean you have to do it physically, but it is, your 12-year-old self is one to move the vibrations. It's like you would show up as a little like a kid, but you can also move a planet at the same time. Like everyone's like, "Whoa, what did that just happen?" So but you just, you keep a low profile for a reason. Of course, the land that you're connected to, the location, the vibrations of it work through you, as you know. So it's all done. You also have a lot of Hathor energy that you work with. So you work with the land is you. You are, the land is you, and you are the land, as you know. And it's done exactly as it needs to be. Much of it is for protection reasons. Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Very nice. I was getting like a download there of the Hathors using that technique to be able to create the pyramids, how they move the land. Very
Yes,
cool.
exactly. Yeah.
Very nice. Up next we've got Galicia.
Greetings. It's very interesting that Osiris came through today, as I just pulled out of my Ascended Master deck 2 nights ago. Osiris, after having a cabal with my father. So let me ask, since you are here and connected with Egypt, what were my most significant lives or my role in Egypt during that time? What is something maybe affecting me now? And
Well,
just
one of them is similar to what you're doing now, kind of like a voodoo princess, something like that, where you can just move the vibrations like a dancer. So of course you're connected to that time period now, but you were standing up when you were doing it. You weren't sitting down. So it was kind of I don't have the detail of what it'd be similar to. I think you have the idea though. So it was what they call like a belly dancer, but not exactly like that. That's a whole different deal. But yeah, you're like a dancing princess during your. Sometimes it was through rituals, but a lot of it's for entertainment. But basically, it was just to shift the vibrations that were there, especially when the pharaoh is doing just darkness all day long. At night, you'd clear the vibrations. When you do your not a seance, but you're just like it's kind of like a nightclub, but it's in Egypt. It's not exactly that. Before that, basically have a gathering and you would dance and clear the vibrations of it. So significant lifetimes. I'm not sure if they're going to show themselves completely though.
Did I have a connection with Horus?
Some, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, connection with all of them. It seems all the gods there in some form.
I know my mom was in Egypt from like the very beginning and like all the falls, and I think I came in later. Okay. Yeah, I feel connected with all the sound stuff there, but I kind of have like a bittersweet connection to Egypt. Like I don't really feel that drawn towards it, but I know I was there, and yeah. Well, since we are also on the masculine energies and a very significant person in my life, and because he showed up in my dreams recently, my grandfather from my mother's side, the Rishat Paribek, if you can tap into any past lives that we have had, if for any reason we were possibly a couple in any lifetime, just anything you could tell me about my past lives with him. Rishat Paribek.
Well, first off, your Egyptian connection, I believe, is during the time of Cleopatra. So that's probably another reason why I don't feel much of a connection, because you're there during its end. If your grandfather does see a lot of reptilian energies, I feel like he was your brother, but you were a human. So it was like a half brother type of situation going on there. Well, I do see your mother as the mother of your grandfather, but she was human, but he was reptilian. So figure that one out. So that was like a half man, half reptilian energy. feels like she explored all kinds of things, it seems. But it does seem like he was a little bit overprotective of you. Now, it might have been a marriage lifetime somewhere, but the one is like his like an overprotective brother. He's almost like he was mentally not completely there, also, at least in that lifetime.
Mhm.
So it feels like I feel like he's still learning from you, is what I pick up on. You spend much of your incarnation cycle or your lifetime in spirit. So yeah, incarnations, but it was like with the Palladians, and he's had more of the lighter incarnations, and your mother had more of the darker. You can probably tell.
Yeah, he had a very interesting, I guess with the reptilians, I know that they can have that kind of calm energy. And I guess in some way in this lifetime, like he was one of the male figures that I felt completely safe with. He used to say to me, like, he was one of those, he'd play with me with dolls and he'd say, when you cross the street with grandpa, the ambulance needs to stop. So he was just a very, very sweet man. But yeah, he had the O negative blood. Also, I have A negative, but so I know I got that one from him. But yeah, that's interesting. All right. Well, thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Okay, so I have a lot of time on my hands because I'm out of work on disability. So I'm looking for like hobbies that I can afford because I'm on disability, which is like a fraction of my paycheck until the 18th. And then after the 18th, after they chop on my hip, I have to heal. So anything that you can think of, like a hobby or...
Well, just developing your spiritual connections. You can get a candle and use it for protection and just meditate or open up your meditation abilities. While outside, connect with nature. If you can make it to nature, I think you can. You don't have to if it's too much of a bother, but it's basically just connecting to your abilities. Many wish they had time to do that, and you already have the heart to do it. So just the more you do it, more persistent you are, the more it would open up. It's entirely up to you, though.
Well, I thought about getting some shrooms, not to take every day, but just, to kind of open up a little bit.
If you want, you don't really need it, but if you want to, that's fine. It's not that necessary.
And my second question is, I usually keep a squirrel stash of DMT, and I bought some more today. And I don't do it frequently because sometimes it gets scary. I think the last time I did it, there was like some being from the 4th, 5th, 6th dimension was trying to make faces at me, and I told it that you're not scaring me. I mean, there's nothing you can show me that can scare me. And it kind of backed off. But anyway, so is there any beings in the 4th, 5th onward if I did some DMT while I'm off this long time? And like I said, I don't do this frequently. I like put it away and do it when I think so. Like the purple being. Like, I don't know if he's still in my life or not, but, he was in a 12th dimension and he reached out to me and helped me a lot. But are there any beings that are wanting to meet me?
Well, you can connect to the Egyptian gods.
Through DMT?
Yeah.
Okay, so how would I go about that? Would I say it like a meditation, Egyptian gods, or?
Well, you find whatever one that you feel like is speaking to you, whatever one. Isis is one, but there's Horus. It's wherever you can look at Egyptian gods online and see which one you feel an energy connection with.
I feel like Anubis.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, It's where you're feeling, and then trust that connection. I believe it will be fine. So,
Okay. Well, thank you.
it's Egyptian energy, so just be aware that just because an Egyptian god comes through doesn't mean other beings won't show up either. And make sure it is, make sure it is Anubis. Yeah, make sure it is Anubis, not somebody pretending to be.
And just do like when I channel, like put up shields, ground myself, and all that.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Well, just when you see Anubis or whoever shows up, just make sure it's them. If it turns into something else, obviously it's not them.
Yeah, shapeshifters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Blessings.
All right. Blessings.
Okay, interesting stuff. Thank you for that. Up next, we've got Shar.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Thank you for being here. I was just wondering if you could tap into any of my Egyptian lives or my connection to you.
Yes, there's an Osiris connection. There is actually, you do have a connection to actually the books of the Bible. Like you're during the time of when they're being written. I believe you actually saw them being scripted, actually, and also I believe you're around when they're being protected. So, one moment. Yeah, there's was it the Dead Sea Scrolls? You connected that, awesome.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Yeah, so the Dead Sea Scrolls, I believe, is an easier connection. That's more of a real, what really happened.
Yeah. Okay, I'll look into that. And just for my second question, leave it open to any messages that want to come through.
Well, as for your Egyptian connections, yes, you have a strong connection to the Hathors, but also magic during that time. I believe you're very, sorcery, aware. You're aware of your abilities. I believe you did do spells around the pharaohs, not to put a spell on them, but to clear spells, do magic, things like that, for more of just energy work, like you're doing now, basically. So I believe you were known during that time. Maybe someone would trust during that time wasn't exactly the best, but it was all magic during Egyptian times. So, like, if they feel like they needed you, they would call you.
Yeah.
Especially to get a spirit or someone being possessed or something like that. That happens frequently. So yes.
So was it good magic?
Yeah, it was. I feel like it was neutral. You can do both. So just like any other, if you're doing both, it's a balance. But I don't believe you're actually putting curses on people. But you were aware of the dark forces, though. So because you're taught very young how to handle it. So I do see around ancient Greece also, once again, connected to magic. So I believe you've been connected to magic your whole life, actually, most of your incarnations. So
Awesome.
Yes, blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
All right, thank you. Blessings. Up next, I got Blue's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, Osiris. Would you explain your involvement in President Kennedy's shooting, how it relates to Dallas and the Dark Angel sent there?"
Well, that was a timeline that was, you say, meant to be, or one that was called in. It had a lot to do with just humanity. Of course, others would see differently, but humanity wasn't ready, or at least the ones that were running your planet decided humanity wasn't ready for what Kennedy was here to do. But there was a dark angel, and it was there actually for an awakening also. So, but it did shine a light on, the agency, the darker side of the government. So it was similar to Egyptian times. Those that were controlling the pharaohs and, the dark order, you could say, obviously are still around. So it was an awakening similar to, even yeah, either when other pharaohs were actually killed the same way, but it was done more secretly. So, blessings.
So they got some delays on releasing classified information about that. It probably obviously implicates the government in their involvement in that because
Yeah,
it
they're
hasn't been brought to light yet. But
no,
I guess that's why they're keeping it back.
yeah, they're never going to really. They'll just keep whitewashing it for a long time,
Okay,
unless the government falls.
let's see.
Well, you don't need the government anymore, then you can know whatever you want. Because then the shadow moved on.
Yeah, they got nothing to lose at that point. All right, thank you. Our second question: why do elites worship you to invent God's creation into their satanic agendas? Thank you for answering.
Well, you worship me and others to get my magic, get my power, conceal themselves, hide themselves. So usually it's of a Lucifer energy, but they do connect to it. Just any shadow work, any shadow energy they can pull from my vibration. So it's just a lot of. I mean, they put spells on my energy. Well, some feel like they use my energy, their spells come true. So similar to like the Kennedy assassination, where they can keep it hidden. I won't believe it was technically my energy to hide it, but of course, there's a lot of holes in their story with the Kennedy situation. So,
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Michelle. Michelle, are you there? She probably stepped away. So for the time being, we'll come back to Michelle. Up next is April.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Thank you for being here. I just wanted to ask if I were to focus or pick like any of my abilities, what do you see as my stronger ones? Because I'm always so interested in so many things, and I need to pick a few and focus.
Well, your intuitive abilities, you will see in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a grounding would be good, but it seems like there's you're it just feels right now, of course, wherever your heart is, of course your heart is in all these things. But it feels like you're still clearing the energy around you too. So that's gonna be sometime, it seems.
Okay.
That's another reason. You have like at least I don't know, sometimes 20, sometimes 100 beings around you, so it's a little hard to focus with something like that.
Are you serious?
It's like you have something like elemental beings, earth beings that are around you, like elves and things like that. They're always around you.
I wonder if that's because of the mushrooms. Because
gnomes. Yeah, you track a lot of gnomes.
Wow. All right.
Sometimes they're humorous, sometimes they're not. They have their moments.
Yeah, they like to play. I think they move a lot of stuff around too.
Yeah, they just because you open up a realm to Agartha when you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, feel that for sure.
It's like, oh, that smells familiar. Let's go over there.
Yeah. All right.
Let's bring everybody.
All right. I guess I gotta do some protection work then a little more.
You even have an elephant around you.
Really? Wow. Well, never a dull moment. I guess we're never really alone.
Yeah, so I see why it's difficult to focus.
Very. All right. And then thank you for that. And for my second question, my son wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Do I have any messages from my dad, Paul?
Yeah, just have have fun, play the things that you want. But education is very important. Of course, you're still little, but education, you can make education fun. But yes, you are connected to the star people. I believe your mother will help you with that. But you can say education comes first because it's going to play an important role in your future. So, but yeah. But education is good, but of course, if you make education fun, it makes things a lot easier throughout your life. So, blessings.
Hi, Jeff.
All right, blessings.
Very cool. That's such a dad answer too.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that. Up next, we're going back to Michelle.
Greetings. Thank you for being here.
Yes, greetings.
I'm just wondering if you have any information about what I do in astral with my divine counterpart. What are we doing together?
Well, I see with a lot of golden energies, golden beings. Like you're in a higher astral where you are, it's like you're sending energy to the earth, to those, like knowledge energy, to those that are need assistance. You help clear out the spirit guides of other people. But it's not the only, you do many things at once, but you are at a calm state with your counterpart. And you're just on it's almost like a throne, but it's not a throne like here, but it is a place where you feel that you're, at peace.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And I'm wondering if there's any other messages for me, please.
There's a lot of connections to the person that I try to connect to, I get blocked a little bit. The Ascended Masters. So you have a lot of Ascended Master energy with yourself,
Yes.
and you're bringing their energy through you. It's basically, you're bringing their wisdom through you to help others. Many people make their lives as difficult as possible on purpose. They're not aware they're doing it.
Yeah.
So, and you don't interfere with that, but you do bring assistance energy wise in the astral. So astrally, you're very busy.
Yes. Thank you very much.
It just continues the life process, because so many souls just want to quit. It's like, oh, don't quit, please. Just keep going. So you're like a motivational speaker in the astral.
Yeah. Okay.
To keep souls going. That's extremely important, as you know.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Especially now. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Silverclaw.
Hello there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. My first question, do you see my hours are reduced in this month and the next 2 months, January, February?
Not really, no. We feel like it'll be more increased, maybe next year. You don't see it changing that much this year?
Oh, so it's like I'll be able to like pay my bills, basically, like show up and have hours.
Yeah.
For my work. Great. Yeah, that's
don't
all I
worry
needed
about
for
it.
that.
I mean, maybe around the holidays they might shorten things a little bit. That's about it.
Yeah, like I won't lose my job, it sounds. So.
No.
Okay. My second question, do you still see me getting back all the refunds I requested from my bank?
Yeah, it just takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
We say like 8 weeks or something like that. Maybe shorter than that, but just stay on them. Just keep calling them.
Yeah.
Just call them every now and then. You don't call them all the time, but
okay.
Yeah, they drive something crazy.
Yeah, it's like a couple $100. You're saying like the total, correct? Like all the refunds. Fantastic.
Yeah, just keep on them. So.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you so much, guys. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I've got Tristan's questions. His first question, he says, I've been adapting to my new work, and it's been really hard to stay centered and positive. It's a very strange place and very disorganized, as well as using parts of me that I haven't developed. Plus, last week they said it was pretty dark, so I'm also dealing with that. Do you see this getting better or easier?
Well, yes, you're just dealing with the egos of other people. So you're just adapting. Well, you're getting used to it. So yeah, some feel something like that, and you just want to run. But it's like you're cycling it still. You're clearing it out. So you're there for a reason to help them through their difficulties, but also you're dealing with your own insecurities. Of you're kind of like a sponge, but you're washing out their vibration. So it's kind of filtering through you, but you are talking to them in astral to make things help them make things a little bit easier. They don't have to be all crazy like they are, but that will take some time. But I believe you will have a more positive connection there.
Okay, thank you. Second question. I've been watching recaps of the Elizabeth Holmes trial, and it made me think of how easily she could lie and be convincing. On a more spiritual level, what is the use of being so good at lying? Is that something that only humans do?
No, anybody can do that. It's just she's kind of like a trickster energy. So she's like a chameleon. She's kind of like a seductress. Obviously, she doesn't have the looks to go with it. Sometimes she does. Guess it all depends. But she's trying to be an intellectual seductress, which she has accomplished. So she's trying to do the same thing in court that she did, obviously, as she did her business. But this is to show that she can't go on forever like this. So it is actually there to stop her. So she was made popular to fail. This is built to fail, all of this. So her going through this is a lesson on her to maybe try maybe try to be a better being. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Karam.
Sure he's there.
Karam, you there? No. Well, hopefully he makes it back because we're nearing the end of the list. So up next, we've got James.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
I was just wondering, what's something Princess Diana would like me to know?
Well, I get from your energy that you've had like a parallel life of yours. I believe you're there during the Kennedy assassination. It feels like you're there on ground. You're more of a bystander, though, just a person that witnessed it, from what I can see. I believe you were there to shine a light to the darkness that was there. As soon as you entered, I picked right up on it. So you're just there to bring the truth of that situation through. So all right, blessings.
What do you think? That's all I got.
Okay, all right, no problem. We got Karam back. We'll go back to him.
Greetings.
He seems.
Hi, Doctor.
Oh, there he goes.
Yes, greetings. He's having trouble.
Karam, you there? Uh-oh. All right, well, he'll type his questions and I'll ask mine. And then I'll ask his after I'm done with mine then. So thank you again for coming in, Osiris.
Yes.
For my first question, like many, I battle with self-doubt, but a lot of the times I know the thoughts aren't mine. It's like I'm hearing them from the peanut gallery. Can you trace any third-party interference and what connections I personally have with them or their group?
Yes, Anunnaki.
Okay.
So part of it has to do with your contract here. Like, you can go further, but you have to kind of deal with the level that you're at. For family reasons. Now when you go on your own, it'll be much different. But you won't just start opening up instantly, but you will slowly start to see more within yourself. I believe they're just doing that. You can say kind of like for your protection or protection of others, because you can't access sacred information.
Too quick, too soon.
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff, as you could probably feel. He put you in Egypt to be a different world there. You just blend in with the vibrations. You probably even find some tombs that have been hidden.
Yeah, I feel like I could walk into the Sphinx.
Yeah, if you're there for a long time, if you just leave you there for probably years, you probably discover a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I feel like there's some trauma, unfinished business with Egypt,
Yes.
in my energy field.
Well, another connection you have is Amazon. So I don't believe these beings. I mean, yeah, some of them, there are tricks or energies that are showing up here and there. But I believe that Anunnaki is helping, actually, trying to. But yeah, some other beings come in and cause difficulties for you. The Amazon's another one. You can just tap into the vibrations. Much of that is hidden. All the trees are all grown up for a reason, to hide things, and not everything's been they know there's a lot of stuff that has not been revealed, but they have an idea what's going on over there.
I'm getting interference coming in from South America too, or is that just like a connection there? Hidden?
Argentina.
Okay.
There's a lot of Nazi energy there.
Right.
So that's I believe that's what you're talking about. Brazil too, but mostly Argentina.
I see. All right, yeah, I'm getting a feel like that, and then Antarctica is coming into play, then with the Nazis, and I'm getting all
Yeah.
this downloads right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, the Nazis went to Argentina because they couldn't live in Antarctica.
right,
So, but that was their connect. They did go there they still do.
right.
So,
Yeah.
only,
Thank you for.
I think it's only sometimes only like a couple of months in the year they can handle. There's more to it than that. But
All right, interesting. Thank you for making that connection there. There's a lot unpacked
yeah,
there.
you're welcome.
For my second question, I'm at a point where I'm in between worlds, kind of releasing tempting passions and old habits from, for a vision of a future that I really have no point of reference for, as it doesn't really currently exist, in anything that I've yet to imagine. It's like being guided by my intuition only with like blind faith and subtle signs to support me. Can you share and enlighten me more about this path that I'm on? Perhaps confirmation on my decision to walk away from what I had invested so much time in?
You're when you say invest in time, is that your work or is that just your?
No, it was when I had my awakening. Then I went and trained my vibration through kind of means that aren't very PC or very popular in the spiritual community. So I
I
don't
got
really
you.
talk about it with anybody. But
Yeah, I
it
got
helped,
you.
mold and train my vibration. But now I'm just kind of walking away from that,
Yeah.
as I've kind of hit a glass ceiling with that, and I want something more than what I've yet to experience.
Well, I still feel Anunnaki around you. So I feel like
They
you
just
are.
love me, huh?
Yeah, I feel like you're going to be guided to. Yeah, because you were there to see false lights,
Right.
and that's major trickster energies, and
Yeah. It feels
obviously
like
as well.
MK Ultra stuff, right?
Yeah,
Going on there.
yeah, there is government connected there to some degree. So, and your question was like, what path to go in?
Well, the path that I'm on right now, because it
Mhm.
feels like I'm in between worlds, and I have the signs in the universe telling me I'm on my path, I'm going there,
Mhm.
but it's
Mhm.
like blind faith and nothing to prove it. Looking to see it from your perspective, the direction I'm heading and what you see from beyond my perspective.
Well, I do see you probably because there's a possibility of you like traveling around in the
Yeah,
future.
I'd love that if they break down these mandates and
Yeah. So I do see New York City eventually. So that's the thing. It's waiting.
right.
So like New York City, I feel like you will visit there eventually, just to transmute the energies. Because
Right.
that's technically Babylon, but also Egypt. The
Yeah, they got
buildings and
the
all that.
Spire of Cleopatra there in Central Park too. So
Exactly. Yeah. So it is. That's like your modern Egypt. The Empire State Building has a lot of pyramid energy, like the modern pyramid to a certain degree.
right.
So I feel like that's why it's frustrating because it's not you can't normally with all the situation you would go there right now. So also Washington State, there is a lot of cabal energy there too.
Yeah,
So,
around Portland, south of the border
yeah.
there. Yeah, all around that area.
But Washington, that's where much of why this whole situation occurred. And there is a ruling elite there. You see with the tech companies.
Yeah.
So it was seated there for a reason. It's like
Got
they want
Amazon and all that, right?
yeah, they want to keep it close to them. Those that are already there. So like the ancient ones, they call themselves. They do have Egyptian connections. So there will be like Washington D.C. when the time is right to visit. So you'll find a place, go there, stay there for a while, and then move on. Maybe be there for a couple months. You'll find some way to make that work. So feel some pilgrimage eventually.
Nice. That sounds exciting.
It might be possibly campgrounds or maybe not, but that's one option. I don't know. You have to feel that one out.
Yeah, definitely.
Where it's low cost for you. Yeah.
Living on the road is nothing new to me, but it sounds exciting, and I'm ready for the next adventure. So
whatever you feel that will work, but New York City is definitely Washington D.C. when the time is right, but Washington State, you see, like that's a heavy one. It's not what people would expect. But you can see that it keeps a low profile. It puts all the attention. Silicon Valley, New York City, but Washington's still a big player.
Interesting. Yeah. Definitely something to look into.
Yeah, it's just like the sites like the Washington Monument, something like that. You'll feel the vibrations there, and you just basically just follow your intuition. But it doesn't feel like it's time for it yet, obviously.
Yeah, I haven't had those feelings or those ideas that just won't leave me alone. Usually when I get those nudges to go, I hit the road.
Yeah. Well, when it happens, you'll feel like you're as free as a bird finally.
Nice. Yeah, that's the end goal. All right, something to look forward to. Thank you for that. Blessings. Let me see if Karam is available. I don't know if he typed his questions in the chat.
I believe he did. I think so.
All right, 1 second here. His first question, he says, "Can you tell me about the benevolent beings connected to my new roommate that I can reach out to?"
Archangel Michael is the strongest one. Even my energies are there. Osiris's energy. That's might not be the easiest one to pick up on, but you can say I just connected to him to help you out a little bit. The Archangel's energies are very positive. They're doing the best they can, as you know. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. The second question. He says, "There is a dark goat man shaman attacking me from my new roommate. It's Satan or just some generic dark magician guy. When I'm in high vibration, they are weak. When I'm in low, they're very powerful."
Yes, it is a satanic energy. It is the I don't have the name for it, but it is your roommate sold his energy out slightly. So what you're seeing with the demonic energies is accurate. Yeah, he's just, it's like there's a Saturn energy, but it's not a positivity. It's to control others. It doesn't mean it's going to work on you, but I believe that's why you're going there to begin with, is to put a block on that, to assist others that are connecting to him. So it's a little bit of a battle, but I believe you will win. I believe you already won, actually. But yeah, but the goat is the satanic energy, though. Yeah, it's that's accurate. Exactly what you're saying. So, blessings.
Blessings. Well, at least you could see it for what it is. The games won't work.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
Right,
He's there to shine a light on that. Yes.
All right, thank you. Osiris, blessings to you. Thank you again for your assistance.
Blessings to all of you. As well, your mission will make more sense over time if it has not already. So, blessings.